you've also got radio tracks, so you can choose any tracks from the radio stations. So we'll probably do a bit of that in a bit. Score track. Different score tracks. I don't use this, I always use my own music. It's just the way I am. Although you never know, I might one day use them. And you can add text, which again I don't do. Then you've got size and position. Scale it. There's no real point to it, I don't think. Colour. Yeah, you got your colours. Again, I do this outside of the Rockstar Studio, but there are some pretty decent fonts you could do, I guess. I haven't found a use for this yet. I might one day. Opacity and duration. Confirm and add the timeline if you want to. Let's go ahead and add the second clip in. Actually, do we need to? Just as a quick example. No, so again, I've gone through the options, so let's go to camera, free camera, edit camera, and then we can have him just sat there, looking interested, or whatever he's doing. And then he's just sat there for the duration of this part, so... Let me tell you a story. Why don't you tell me a story? That's a very interesting story. Yes, it is. Yes, tell me more. I'll talk to the person. No, I won't. I'll talk to this person over here, because I like your story. Yeah, so, again, once you're done with that, just save it. And once it's saved, back out, and onto your next clip, which is some driving. Okay, so you go into cameras, and let's go into free camera, and let's just for a start, let's take it from the front like we did before, and we will move with target, and we will, and it's on flexible again, remember. But now let's go into cameras, and we will go rigid. Now what rigid does is it holds that position. It doesn't swing the camera around or anything, it holds the position in that exact position. Let's have a look at him driving. Let's go inside the car, shall we? And go again. I do like doing the interior car shots. It's something I enjoy. And then let's just mix things up a little bit. Actually no, we'll do that on the next clip. We'll just leave that as is for now. And once again, save, because I realised I was getting to the point where I was pulling over. Okay. Let's add a radio track, shall we? The Lab. Speedline Miracle Masterpiece. You can add this radio track to, you can have it start at any point, so we're going to put it there. Okay, and now we're gonna add another clip. That needs saving. It says save there at the bottom, so we're gonna save. You can save as well, but I'll just go on save. Because of the limited space, I tend to only do the episode that I'm working on. I can't really bulk record a bunch at a time very well, so I just tend to... Now the ones with the clips on them, the chains, are the ones that have been used. So we are going to go into this one, and we're going to go into there. Right, so this is where he pulls over. So what we're going to do is we are going to hold L1, use the right analog stick to scrub that part out up until the part where he takes off again. Well, not takes off, but sets off on his little journey. But what we're going to do with this one is we're not going to look at target, or well, we'll look at target for this, and then we'll edit camera, and you can swing it around, and we're going to add a, where is it, ground vibration. So let's see what that does, and say camera out of range, reset to nearest default. So at that point we'll add another marker. We will take that off, we will take ground vibration off, we will edit camera, and let's have him and if you see, you've reached the maximum range. You can't edit this from, say, Fort Zancudo and then edit all the way out here. Doesn't work. Right, so we're going to go down and we're going to re-add the shake, I think. Ground vibration. Right, okay, so the car's just gone past. What we're going to do is edit the camera. We're going to swing it around. I think it went a bit too fast then. Let's bring it this way a little bit. I'm just experimenting at the minute. And then at that point, but we're going to go back to this one, the second marker, and if you go into cameras, you've got blend mode. You've got non-linear or smooth. Now non just does that. Okay. Linear will, the camera, if you watch, pans around a little bit. Now that was a bit dodgy. There are ways to make it work better. But yeah, that's a way of using like the linear and the right, let's take it from there. Let's go back to non, edit camera. Let's go for a bit of an aerial shot, shall we? Okay, so we're at the maximum range. And then camera, edit camera, let's swing it around. And then go back to this one. Then if we go with blend mode, smooth, and then smooth, and then smooth. See, smooth, kind of, it doesn't really follow the pattern very well. It doesn't follow as good. So we will change the blend mode to linear on that one, linear on that one, linear on that one, and there we are, bit better, because I think we need a different angle too. And then what we'll do, we'll take the linear off there, and then we will go move with target. and we'll leave it on a flexible one. And I'm getting way too into this, and I'm probably just gonna call it after this and leave it there. And then there's a, it's not fixed. Change the angle a bit, let's go a bit higher. Now we could, for that, change the blend mode to linear, and then as you notice the camera is starting to raise up. It's going up, and then here we go. So what I would do there is bring the camera down again. Let's go around to the side, shall we? And then what I'll do on that marker, that has a blend mode on it, and if you notice, it's not doing anything. Okay, cameras, blend mode linear. Here we go. It's going back down. See? And then we will go back in. And we will put that on rigid for the end of it. Okay, so I'm not going to put the whole thing in, the rest of the footage or anything like that, or any of the other clips, because that would just take too long. I've been going at this for a while now, probably too long. Let's go for a quick full screen preview. And remember, this is the best way to get the footage in the best resolution, is to go full screen preview. It'll say that, and then when you want a clear view, it's saying at the bottom, press R3 to toggle the HUD while in the clip editor. So when it loads, just click it off. I usually give myself a couple of seconds just so I can click it off. There's those sound effects. This is just driving around. And there's the flexible follow player. Or move with target, sorry. Remember, move with target and look at target are two different things. If you want to follow the car, go with move with target. And yep, just ran the poor bitch over. These will need editing out. I'm not using this footage, but you know, if someone else is using their footage, then they'll need to edit these bits out. There he is listening to someone talk bollocks. Tell me more. Yeah, looks very interesting. I got a new car. How'd you like that? Yeah, got lots of cars and a lot of motorbikes and a clubhouse. Oh, you have a clubhouse as well? Does yours have stairs? Does it? Tell me. No. Yeah, mine does. Mine has stairs. And a TV. I see. Well, I'm bored with you. But there's no one else over there, so I'm going to have to carry on dealing with you, aren't I? Oh, I really wish I didn't have to talk to him. I'm just talking bollocks. Let's go for a bit of a drive, shall we? These are all different camera angles. Flexible. Well, that ended abruptly. I was listening to that. I say it's one of like 2 songs I like on that station. Yeah, it can be a bit jumpy at times like that. If you don't get your linears and stuff right, your blend modes right. Also, yeah, be careful with clipping with other cars and stuff. That can be a bit of a bitch sometimes. And that, I believe, is that. I hope this was informative. I am sorry that I go on for hours because, yeah, there's a lot to go through with these things, and like I've said before, there are probably other ones on YouTube that are a lot more quicker, more compressed, more condensed than mine. This is just my style. If you enjoy this, if you find it helpful, then yeah, job done. If not, then I will not hold it against you in the slightest if you go looking for other videos that might get to the point quicker than I do. Like I said, this isn't me just dragging stuff out for the hell of it or to make money because, you know, I don't profit from these. This is just me trying to be helpful. That's it. And if it helps you, great. If not, then, you know, sorry, I tried. Anyway, that wraps that up. I have been Mike, Dezaras Prime, Bruce, Dijon. I hope this helps you, Wilf. If, you know, I've pretty much covered everything with you, but, you know, I hope this can, you know, help some other GTA machinima makers get the foot in. Because there's a lot of good content out there, and a lot of it is down to this Rockstar Editor. It is a brilliant tool, and it's one that, you know, I enjoy using, just playing around with. And I end up editing a lot more footage than I use. A lot of it ends up on the cutting room floor, just because, not the pub across the road from me, but there's a place across the road called the cutting room. But a lot of the stuff ends up on the editing floor because I just tend to get lost in the editing. In terms of I immerse myself in it, it's a fun tool to use. It's not tedious, it's not boring. You can figure out ways to mix things up a little bit. It's just, yeah, I wouldn't have been able to make 13 without it. I wouldn't have been able to do it by just trying to turn off all the hoods and shit and just recording with the PlayStation record function, because I'd just get lost and there'd be pop-ups everywhere at the most inopportune times. It would be a mess. So heavily recommend using Rockstar Editor if you're going to use create a GTA machinima. There might be other things that you might need to use externally, like stuff like going in and out the doors, leaving and entering buildings, things like that. Having a glass of whiskey, things like that. You might need someone behind you at a distance recording that piece for you and stuff like that. It's yeah, it has its limitations in places, like the Zancudo thing where I couldn't change the camera angles near Fort Zancudo. But again, it's something that I find necessary to create my machinima, and it's a lot of fun to use as well. So again, I would recommend this to anybody trying to get the foot in the door and use it, creating a GTA machinima. This is the best tool to use it. Anyway, I will end it there, because I've been going on for fucking ages. You all need a break from me. I need a fucking break from me. I've been Dezaras Prime. You shall see me next time. Even though you didn't technically see me, you saw my avatar, but shut up, Mike.